welcome back to Brews and Books. I'm your host Camille, and we are going to be talking about my February TBR. So I'm really excited about this month because I have 4 books to share with you guys, and because it is Black History Month, I'll be able to showcase a couple of books that I have to read for the month that are written by Black authors as well as have Black main characters. So let's actually talk about the beer that I have today. I chose a beer from San Diego, California, and I have been to one brewery in California, and it was the Karl Strauss brewery, and so not my favorite brewery. Very subpar beers, but that's just me. Other people may like it. I don't. I have not been to this brewery in San Diego. The brewery is called Ballast Point, and so the beer that I have today is called Victory at Sea. It is an imperial porter, and so the very great thing and magical thing about this beer is that it is distilled more so barrel aged in my favorite whiskey barrels. It's by High West Distillery, and so Ballast Point collabed with High West, and so their Victory at Sea porter is barrel aged in High West bourbon and rye barrels. So super cool, super great, because that makes everything a ton better. So just a little bit of background about this. It is an imperial porter, if I have not said that already. And basically that just means that it's going to be one of your darker beers. So a fairly generic beer that everyone for the most part knows is a dark beer is Guinness. So Guinness is a dark beer. I do believe it is a stout. Could be wrong. I think it might be a porter actually. Don't know. I don't really drink Guinness that much. It's not my favorite cup of tea, but your porters and your stouts are somewhat the same. Your stouts are going to be more coffee and more milk based in terms of taste and smoothness. And then your porters are going to be more chocolate, a lot of dark chocolate undertones, as well as like your vanillas. So a lot more of your sweeter taste. So porters and stouts in the same realm, because your porters can also have coffee tastes, and then your stouts can also have chocolatey tastes. Since it is barrel aged in bourbon and rye barrels, you get a you get more of a sweet taste as well as a smoky taste from the barrels. And it also, since it is aged, you get a lot more alcohol content. That's why it's called an imperial. So cheers, my friends. The first book that I have is Beast Made of Night by Tochi Onyebuchi. But I have already started reading this, and so far it is really good. I'm really enjoying it. The world building, as well as getting to know the main character and getting to know kind of the characters that are close to him. And so it's a pretty short book. I'm only on page 35, I do believe. So I'm moving in really slowly. I'm like inching my way through things. But it is 296 pages, so not too bad of a read. Should be pretty quick for me. So I'm going to read just a little snippet of what it's about. In the walled city of Kois, purity is exalted, but cleansing wrongdoings comes at a cost. Corrupt mages can magically extract sin from a sinner in the form of sin beasts. Lethal creatures spawn from feelings of guilt. Young sin eaters, known as Akai, are indentured by the mages to slay the beasts. Really enjoying it and cannot wait to figure out what happens in the end. The next book I have is Black Enough, by Ibiza Boy. It's Stories of Being Young and Black in America. This one I pre-ordered, and the bulk of all these books were in my January book haul. But this one I'm extremely excited about because I love anthologies. I love reading short stories, and I love reading about people who have I like hearing about real world stories. So I'm really excited for the chance to hear other perspectives of being African American and being Black in America, because it's super, super important. And sometimes as a African American individual, it can be hard to get other perspectives on how you relate to someone else who's African American about the world that we live in. And you know, it can be very hard to start up those conversations. So I'm really excited to delve into this and really get a better understanding of what others feel and how others see the world from different perspectives. The next book that I have is Monday's Not Coming by Tiffany D. Jackson. This one was a big rave last year, and so I kind of picked it up on the back end because I was like, well, I don't know, should I read it? And of course I should read it. It's important. Everyone was talking about how good it was and how heartbreaking it was, all on the same note. Super glad that I picked it up, and I look forward to really shedding some tears. My tear ducts are ready. After reading The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, my tear ducts are ready to pour. And last, but surely not least, a very anticipated book, a very big book, Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. So, another big rave from last year, and I did not pick it up until I picked it up at the end of last year, basically, for the new year. But it has gotten a lot of praise, and it also has gotten some not so great praises. A lot of people are, for the most part, pretty split on it, but I'm very excited to have the opportunity to start reading fantasy as well as reading something with a magical system. I have not read anything with a magical system. Now that I think about it, sad me. And if you ask me if I've read Harry Potter, the answer is no. Another discussion to be had. I'm ready to get a deeper connection, and I'm really glad to be reading this. It's a massive book. It's gonna take me a while, so it might continue into what's next year, 2020? Yeah, I'm just kidding, it won't take me that long. Well, there are 85 chapters in here, so if that doesn't say enough, you gotta figure it out. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe, hit that subscribe button, and definitely let me know what you are reading for February. Are you doing any readathons, Blackathon, Contemporary-thon? Is that going on? I think that's going on right now. I hope you guys are having a great one. So here's to more books and more beer. Cheers, guys.